I'm at Nana's house. Nana's house. And I always knew there was something in there that it's not bad, but whenever I sensed it before, I was scared because I sensed something different. It's something's in the house. It's not anything bad though. It's some kind of light, like a magical light. But whenever you have the normal world, I guess, and you don't feel those things, and then you feel it for the first time, it scares you because you're like, what is this? And I always felt it in the house.
How old were you? Do you think you were?
I think I was a baby. I think I was a baby still. I think I was very little.
Okay. So I want you to go ahead and look around and tell me how old do you feel here?
Oh no, I can go up the steps. I can go up the steps because it's most intense in Aunt Nancy's room. In Nana's room, you go walk in the house and there's like a foyer, and to the left there are steps that go up, and to the right's the living room. We walk up these wooden steps and there's a metal rail, and the steps are always real slippy. And you go up, there's a bathroom to the right. I couldn't stand to be in that bathroom by myself. I was terrified. And beyond that, to the right side was Nana's room. And then to the left of that was Aunt Nancy's room. To the left of that was Pap's room, but they just kept stuff in both those rooms. And Pap's room was set up with junk in there, but Aunt Nancy's room was always kept like she had it whenever she was little. In her room, in the back right corner, I always felt that light. It was good. It was something. But for some reason, the bathroom scared me. I don't know if it scared me because I just didn't have anything to compare it to. I don't ever feel it's bad. It's something good. It's watching. It's a warning or a watching. It's a good looking over.
Is that what you think? It's good?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay. Do you sense it there with you now?
Yeah, it's almost like a glitter you can't see or something. It's hard to put into words. We don't have words for it.
All right. What room are you in right now? Are you kind of just floating through?
I'm in Aunt Nancy's room. In one particular spot. Her room is all pink. And it looks like it's from the 50s or something, the bedspread. I love it. I don't like pink usually, but it's nice.
Okay. And so the energy that you felt, what room did it come from? You said it was coming from whose room? Your Nana's room or your Nancy's?
I think the most intense at Aunt Nancy's.
Okay. Is that the glittery, sparkly energy that is in her room? Okay. All right. So go ahead and take a look around and tell me, do you feel like you have a body or do you feel like you're just kind of floating through?
I have a body, but yeah, I feel floaty. I feel like I could just kind of shift around.
Uh-huh. Can you do me a favor and look down at your feet? Are you wearing any shoes or can you see your feet yet?
Oh, they're like little goofy, like kid things. They're like black. I don't want to say loafers, but they're from the 80s, so they're awful. They have on socks and black rounded toe shoes, and they have like a strap with like a cut out half circle in them. Ugh. You dressed me, ruffle socks.
Oh, that was style back then. You were styling.
Oof, it's awful. It looked like a baby doll.
What are you wearing? Can you see what clothes you're wearing? Are you wearing a skirt? A dress?
I feel like it's this horrific ruffled dress. It's a red plaid. It almost has like suspenders in it. It has a white shirt underneath of it, and it has like these straps here, maybe 2-3 buttons. And down here it's just ruffles. Ugh, ruffles all over me. Ugh, I hate it.
Okay, do me a favor, look in the mirror and tell me, what does your face look like and what is your hairstyle? Do you have anything on your head?
Oh, well, I don't have a lot of hair, and it's short, and it kind of looks like a little boy.
Is
Yeah,
it cut short, like a little bob?
yeah, it's like short here. My hair is very thin. It's just kind of like little bangies here and then short. I don't know if there's a bow. There may be a red matching bow on there too.
Okay. So what are you doing here? What are you doing in this space right now? Are you just hanging out with your family? Are you by yourself?
Yeah, I'm
What's
just hanging
fun?
out with them.
Uh-huh. So who is the first person that you see?
Aunt Nancy.
What is she doing right now?
She's looking at some things in the room. I don't really know what she's trying to do, but she seems to be scrounging around with something.
See if you can go in there and see if you're able to hear what she has to say. See if you're able to connect with her yet. Let's move this along just a little bit and see. Are you able to hear her talk yet and see what she's doing?
It's like she's like looking for something. There's a box. She's like looking. I don't want to say filing, but like she's looking around or something in a box. I think she's getting something for me. I don't know what she's looking for, but she's making out to be something exciting, and I'm excited to see it. It's something for me. She's doing something for me. And she's saying, I can't tell, but it's something about a story. And she's like building it up like it's a grand thing as we're looking for it. Because she's stalling is what she's doing. She knows it's taking a little bit, and I'm getting impatient. So she's making up a story as she goes to make it interesting for me.
So it's like she's playing a game with you.
Yeah, because she can't find the thing. She doesn't remember where she put the thing. I don't know what the thing is yet, though.
Is it a special day?
I'm very dressed up. It might be my birthday. It might be a piece of jewelry. I think it's a bracelet or something, or a necklace. I feel like she's getting a necklace out.
Yeah. What time of the day does it feel like to you?
In the daytime, the light is outside. It's still light outside. That room is very bright.
Uh-huh.
There's an area in there.
Beautiful. What else is happening? You're doing really good. What else is happening?
I think it must be my birthday. There's people downstairs. And we have to get back downstairs. We have to go back. That's also why she was trying to hurry more, because there's people expecting us to be downstairs again. And I think they're going to sing happy birthday to me.
Are you able to give her a hug?
Oh, yeah. I can give her a hug.
Did you give her a hug?
Yeah,
How does that feel?
great.
Do you tell her you love her?
Yeah.
What does she say?
She says, I love you so much.
If you have anything to say to her, you can say it to her.
I love you too, Missy. I know you're here.
What does she say?
She said, I'm always right here with you.
Can you ask her if she's one of your spirit guides?
Are you one of my spirit guides? She says she always was.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Can you ask her what your surprise is that you're waiting for? No, I'm just kidding. Whatever you like to say to her, go ahead. Now is your opportunity. And talk to her.
I just want to say that I appreciate you. That you're the reason that I love art and music. And that you made me feel more safe about my gifts. You supported me. And I just really appreciate that you always were positive. That even whenever I was being a brat, you would always come at me with love and understanding. You never had a bad thing to say or a harsh thing to say. And you always found a way to make me understand things. Thank you.
What does she say?
She said, I'm always here for you, Nick. You know.
Does she have anything that she would like to tell you? You know, I know you're going to hear this later, and I know I would appreciate it. It seems like she has a message for you. Does she have anything else she'd like to say to you?
Is there something you want to say? Is there something I need to know right now? She showed me E.T. It's right. This doesn't break us. You know. It's hard to say. It's a parallel. You know. She's here. She's always here. And the 22 is like, I'm here too. She's here too. Two together. It's a parallel. They're always, that's why it's repeating. That's why it's the same thing. It's two. It's a mirror. It's backwards, but it's a mirror. It's parallel. That's how close they always are. That's how close she always is. And it's like communication is hard, but she really wants me to know that it's that close, like we're that interconnected, you know. Like the ET, I said, we'll be right here. She's right there, you know. She wants me to know that she's always close. And she would always be on her cell phone, and she'd call me constantly all the time. We talk on the phone, and she'd tell me whenever she died to bury her with her phone because she's gonna call me. She's saying, Nick, I don't need to call you because I'm still here.
Beautiful. Is there a special way she would like for you to connect with her? Through meditation, or is there any type of symbol or something that she'd like to share with you?
Yeah. Is there like a symbol or something, a sign?
Or is it just the 22?
I think it's a snowflake. I think it's a snowflake.
Beautiful.
She got me a necklace years before she died. She loved jewelry. She would always buy me jewelry. That's why I love jewelry so much to this day. Because if someone gives me something, it's very special to me. I'll never take it off. And she got me a snowflake. It's diamonds. And she said, I'm not going to be here. She loved Christmas. She said, I'm not going to be here Christmas when there's a time that will come. I won't be here for Christmas with you anymore. She said, but I want you to have this, wear it every Christmas. So that way you can be close to me. And it's a snowflake, so I think it's a snowflake.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Are you guys still by yourself in the room, or did your Nana come in?
I don't know. I feel it's dissipated now.
Okay, so she gave you your message.
Yeah.
So look around and tell me, do you still feel like you're in the house? Or do you feel like you're...
It's shifting. I don't know where I am.
Tell me where it's taking you. Where is it going next?
It
Are you...
feels flickering, like I don't know. It's like flickering.
Okay, so just take a deep breath. So are you still inside the house, or did the sea...
It's gone. We're not there.
Okay, so she just had a quick message for you then. Well, that was beautiful. She popped in. Well, we thank her for connecting with you, and hopefully we'll talk to her a little later. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath and relax.
Oh, it's like a soccer field or a football field or something. It's grass outside. It's outside.
Beautiful. You feel outside in a soccer field?
Yeah, it's a sport. Yeah, soccer maybe.
Okay. You said it feels like daytime?
The sun shining, summer.
Beautiful. Now take a look around you. Do you see other people with you or by yourself?
Yeah, there's a bunch of kids playing soccer.
How old do these kids look? Like elementary, high school?
Like 5 or 6.
Like some young kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody has
Beautiful. Now go ahead and look down at...
no one has a matching stuff. We're not matching though. They're all just kind of milling about. Kind of cold.
Okay, so do you feel like you're playing like at school or just like at a park?
I think it's practice. Nobody's like doing anything real intently.
Okay. Is it boys and girls?
Yeah.
Okay, look down at your feet. Do you feel like you have feet? Can you see your shoes?
Yeah, they're like soccer cleats.
Okay. Do you feel male or female?
I feel female.
Okay. And how old would you say you feel?
5 or 6.
Okay. Do you have a name that you go by?
I think it's me. I think I'm Nikki. This is me.
You feel like Nikki?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see, what are you doing there? Let's take me along and let's move this scene along and explain everything that happens. Look around you and give all in. So just let it flow.
We're practicing. And I want to do good. I want to do good. So I'm trying really hard to listen to what they're saying. And if someone's mean to me, like I do something wrong. I don't even know what I did wrong. That's the thing. Somebody's mad at me because I screwed up something. But I don't even know what I did. I don't know what I did wrong. And then the kid is a boy, and he's got like freckly hair. He's mean to me, and he has like he's a reddish hair, pale freckles, and I did something with a ball I shouldn't have. I think I picked up the ball. You're not supposed to touch the ball with your hands or something stupid. I don't know. I'm little. I don't know yet. I was trying. And they were mad at me. So the kid comes over and he stomps on my hand with his soccer cleats, and it hurts really bad. I'm bleeding. I start crying and I feel dumb and also sad because he's so mean to me.
Oh, wow. Well, what a bully. And what happens next?
I'm not going back there again. I'm never going back there again. I'm not even going to try anymore. I don't even care about it. No.
Do you end up quitting?
Yeah, I'm not going back there.
What happens when you go home?
My mom feels bad that they were mean, and I think she doesn't want me to get hurt and be around those people. She doesn't give me a hard time about it or anything. She knows it wasn't my fault, that they shouldn't have done that way, at least.
Yeah. Okay, so what happens next?
She cleans up my hand and it hurts. She cleans it out. That iodine, red iodine, it stinks. And it's okay though. I'm banged up for a while. But it's okay.
It ends up healing?
Oh yeah. It's fine. It was very traumatic at the time though.
Did anything energetically happen to you with that situation?
Yeah,
Did
I
it?
didn't want to not try anymore. Like it made me feel like if I screw up, everyone's gonna hate me. I didn't even know if I was really trying, you know. I was trying my best to understand, and I just didn't understand, and I don't. And ever since then, I didn't really care about sports too much because they all seem to have these rules that you have to follow. So many rules, and it's scary because if you screw up, someone's gonna be real mad at you. So I never really got. Oh my God.
You okay?
Yeah. Sorry. Something fell off the wall. Oh my God,
Oh,
I'm crying so much. That's gross.
that's okay.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
okay.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna cover up.
Yeah, get comfortable.
Okay. Okay. That's better.
I was wondering if you can try doing something.
Okay.
Try imagining yourself talking to that little girl that's there, that you imagine yourself imagine yourself face to face with her so that you can talk to her. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
I want you to talk to her and tell her, to hug her and tell her that everything is going to be okay, and that was not your fault. And and that little boy obviously had some issues that he was just dealing with, and he took his anger out on you. You were a little girl, you didn't know, you were just learning. Is there any way you can just let her know, you know, that it was not her fault, and just kind of talk to her and help her remove that feeling that was planted there. Can you try that?
Yeah.
See if you can talk to that little girl that's you, how that looks like.
Okay. You should know that it's not your fault, and that people in the world can be mean, but it's not on you, that's on them. So you have to not put that on yourself, because you can't control those people. Those people will always do what they're going to do, whether that's you in that place or somebody else. So it wasn't your fault personally. You did the best you could. And you have to think of that way. If that boy would have done that to you or anybody else that would have been standing in your place. So just know that it wasn't your fault.
Does she hear you?
Yeah,
What does she say?
okay. She's shy, but she says okay.
You want to give her a hug and tell
Yeah,
her you love her, and you know, you can give her a kiss on her forehead if you want, and just let her know that everything is going to be okay and she is safe and protected and loved. And
yeah,
you love her, because that is you.
yeah. I wish you to know that I love you and that you're safe. So just because one thing happened, it doesn't mean you're not safe. You're still safe. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. You're protected. And she gave me a hug back.
Beautiful. Beautiful. How does that feel?
Oh, a lot better now. So you wait.
And how does that help her?
She feels better. Like she can move on. There's no more weight. Free. Free is how it feels. Are you still there?
Like,
It's kind of catching, glitching.
beautiful. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and
You cut out. I can't hear you now. I can't hear you. I still can't hear you. It cut out now.
There.
Are you there?
Second. Yep, I'm here. I'm just waiting for the connection to come back. All right. Let's see. Should be back now.
Yep, clear.
Can you hear me? Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Beautiful. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and close that scene. We're going to close that scene and move it along just a little bit. Move it along just a little bit to another time and place where you can get answers for your highest healing. Be there now. Tell me what you see, sense, or feel happening around you.
Oh, it's strong, it's purple, it's beautiful. There's beautiful fabrics, it's so pretty. It's like all the colors, golds, and it's a triangle. Like, I don't want to say a teepee, a tent. Kind of like a triangle thing. It's made up of these beautiful, silky, kind of like linen fabrics. And they're bright purple and gold and red, orange. It's real pretty.
Beautiful. Look around you. Does it feel like daytime or nighttime?
I think it's daytime. Yeah, it's bright out. The colors are vibrant. It's a
Beautiful.
market. There's some kind of market. It's like bustling. After I turned around, first in front of me, it looks so peaceful. Then I turn around and it looks like a market and people are selling things everywhere. They're busy, going everywhere.
Beautiful. What is everyone wearing?
It's like drapey kind of things around them. They're not. It must be India. It looks like to me something in India where you would. I don't know what they're called. They're not. Sarong is the wrong word. What's the word? It's like a.
Sorry.
I don't know. It's like a drapey kind of cloth thing. They're just kind of like one-sided, like around you, like a sash. The men are wearing, and the ladies are very pretty. The ladies are the most gorgeous ladies in the world. They're from India. They're beautiful dresses, like elaborate. And everyone's just kind of shopping around. It must be like a town center or something because everybody seems to be in a hurry. They're racing around. There's not really cars, there's like bicycles. I don't see cars though. Not cars. I don't know if that's what time it is. But there's people on like pedal bikes.
Pedal bikes? Do they look more modern or how do they look?
Can't tell. Not like super long ago. I wouldn't say like crazy long time ago because there's bikes and they look like to be modern-ish. Not today, it's before.
Okay. Beautiful. Do me a favor. Look down at your feet. Are you wearing any shoes?
Oh. I think my feet are terrible. They're grungy. Ugh. They're like somebody needs to take care of them feet. They're terrible. They're wooden. I don't want to say they're wooden block slippers because they're not thick like that. They're like a thong kind of sandal, and they're not rounded. They're kind of blocky-ish, My feet are so gangly. They look like man feet, but like terrible man feet that nobody cuts the nails and super gross and like they've just been walking forever and dirty and like not washed or something. It must be the dust like that's in the area because it's dusty there, like everybody bustling on the streets is like causes dust to come up. And yeah, they're filthy. It's super gross.
Do you feel male or female?
I feel male. Those feet are man feet, man.
Look at your hands. Do you have, what do your hands look like?
They're old. And they're big. And they've worked a long time. Yeah.
What do your clothes look like?
Orange.
What are you wearing?
It's like a sash thing that wraps around your waist. And it's like a sash here on one side. It's orange. And white.
So now I want you to, okay, your hair is white. Can you
white.
see your face? Are you able to see your face?
I see my beard. I have a long beard. It's white, very long, to like here. I have nice hair though for an old person.
Are you in shape?
Yeah. My hands are kind of big though. I don't know if it's from the work I do, but my hands seem to have taken a rough life or something. But my feet look bad too, so who knows?
How tall do you feel?
Oh, a lot taller than I am now. I feel like not super tall, but maybe like 5'10" or something. 5'9".
What color are your eyes?
Brown.
Okay. Do you have any tattoos or any special markings on your body?
No tattoos. Oh, wait. There's a circle maybe somewhere. There's a circle. I can't hear. It's like a circle of a symbol or something. I don't know what it is. It's badly done. Wait, it's not real nice.
You have brown eyes?
Black. Or yeah, I have brown eyes. The tattoo's like black circle.
The tattoo is black?
Yeah.
Take a really good look at that tattoo. That way when you wake up, you'll be able to remember it and draw it.
So it's like a circle with like a cross through it. The circle.
What does it stand for?
I don't know. It's something. It's a significant tattoo. There's some significance to it, religious of some sort.
So you will know what it is. It'll come to you. The information will just come to you. What is the symbol? Connect. Connect with the symbol and see if you can, because the symbol is a sigil. See if you're able to connect with the symbol.
It's a significance of what I do. It's some sort of significance of what I do in my particular position. There's others like me that do it too, but it's a significant of, the best I could say is it's a religion of some sort. And it's like people, I don't want to say look up to me. I feel like that sounds really arrogant, but they do. They come to me for information of some sort. It's some sort of, and that's, the symbol is like, it was an initiation of some sort whenever I went to the next level of whatever this thing was.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know that everything is energy and everything has a consciousness. So I know that this symbol has a consciousness. Let's try something and see if we're able to tap into the symbol. If this symbol will allow itself to speak to us. See if you can connect to the symbol telepathically and just see if there's a message that comes to you. Does it have anything to say to you? Do you feel a connection?
Yeah, it's like you're walking on a path of enlightenment. It's hard though, It's like almost you took this oath to like, it's like you promised, you gave something up and you took this oath to walk this fine line. I don't want to say it's a monk. It's not a monk, but it's the best thing I can compare it to, because you have sacrificed something within yourself to be able to gain this knowledge. And that's what this symbol signifies, is that you're dedicated yourself to this virtuous path. There's no going back once you make the step.
Is this a spiritual path?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And you say you don't feel like a monk, but kind of like it's close to one, but not quite.
It's the best thing I can compare it to. Yeah. It's a form of a monk, right?
What order do you feel like you belong to?
I'm not the highest one, but I'm definitely up there. You know, I would say there's probably like 5 or 7 other of us that are at this level, but there's people, like there's one guy that's at the top, like he's the main like guru teacher, and like he's just
like you with long hair. Did you say you had long hair?
Yeah, it's kind of like pulled back off my face there. I can't really tell how long it goes down the back, but I can tell my beard goes like here.
Okay, so all right, so this place that you're at, do you live here with all these people on this path?
Yeah, like I felt like we were at that market to go out and get stuff, but I feel like we're very much bonded. Like we're very, if we don't live together, we're in a place that we're together most of our time. So I don't know if we sleep in the same housing development, but I know many hours of our life are dedicated to that. Like,
Did you and did you happen to meet anyone significant that day when you were at the market?
I feel like there's a little boy. Yeah, I feel like there's a little boy. And he just is like curious, like he's looking at me like, what are you? I don't really know the significance of it, but there's a connection there. There's definitely a connection. And he's not my son, but there's a connection I can't place exactly.
How old does this boy look?
He is probably anywhere from 5 to 7, maybe like 5 or 6. And he's tall and he's skinny. Kind of looks like the kid on the Jungle Book. You know, he's lanky and has that floppy kind of pretty dark hair.
No. Do you see yourself in him?
Yeah. That's why I'm very patient with him. You know, he does remind me of myself. Because most of the time I think I would be annoyed with some kid pestering around. But there's something about him that I'm not annoyed, you know, I'm very patient with him. And I entertain whatever he's doing. Something, I don't know if he's playing a game or something. There's like a nut on the ground. Is the best way to describe it. It looks like an acorn or something. And he's kind of like kicking it around or toying it around or something, like around me. And normally I would be very annoyed by that. Like, kid, get away from me, but I'm not annoyed with him.
Does he stay with you all the time?
Yeah, I feel like I do know him well.
Is he your son?
He's not my son. I feel like he's my nephew or something.
He's your nephew?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do me a favor. Look into the eyes of this little boy. Look into his eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. Tell me, do you recognize him? Do you recognize him in the life of Nikki?
No.
Is he a familiar soul?
Oh, he's familiar, yes. Oh yeah, there's something about him that's very familiar. I can't quite place it, but he does, he's definitely familiar.
Does he have a name?
Starts with a T.
Okay. Beautiful. So he goes with you to the market, and what happens when you guys leave there? Where do you go?
There we go. We go back to, it must be his mother's house. It must be my sister.
Your sister?
Yeah, she's heavy. She's got a pink dress. She's a bit heavy. And she has dark, long hair. I can see her face. She's happy. She's a joyous person.
Beautiful. And so you were just spending time with your nephew?
Yeah, it's my responsibility whenever to go to the market and look after him because she's cooking.
Okay,
Uh,
beautiful.
it's curry. It smells so good.
So do you feel like you're in India?
Yeah,
Okay, beautiful. And did you say you knew what your name was just yet?
I don't know my name.
Okay. What is your sister's name?
I can see her face. I don't know her name.
Okay, not yet. Okay, that's okay. You're doing really good. You're doing really good. Let's just move the scene along just a little bit. Tell me what happens. Move the scene, just move it along. Take me along. And what do you guys do that happens significant?
I don't think there's a dad for some reason. I think the dad got killed. The dad's not around. That's why she depends on me so much, so heavily to guide the kid. So, and I feel like I'm, honored. We're eating dinner, but my first thought that we sit down and eat dinner was, where's the dad? He's gone, but not because he wanted to be gone. He died. I don't know how he died, but I'm helping.
And do you get joy out of doing it?
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm
Beautiful.
honored. Oh,
What are you guys eating?
this curry is spicy. It's
Is it?
just vegetables, orange curry, and it's red flakes in there. It's real hot. It's hot outside, so it really makes you sweat, but it's good.
So go ahead and take a bite and tell me, can you taste it?
Yeah, it's eggplant.
Spicy eggplant?
Yeah.
Nice. Do you do any of the cooking?
Oh no, that's her job. I will get out of her way. She likes to cook. She feels responsible to do that part because I help with the kid. Not that I would expect her to, but she wants to do that.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So let's move the scene along. Anything special happen?
I'm gonna go to bed. I'm leaving them now because it's bedtime.
Do you do
Yeah.
any praying before bed or anything special?
Well, I put him to bed. The beds are kind of clunky. They're not real nice. And I chuck him in. I mean, something doesn't feel right though. Like it feels like I'm not gonna see him again. I don't know why. just this overwhelming feeling that I'm not going to get back to them. And I just don't want that to happen. Because I know they're going to be alone and they're not going to have a father there. And I don't know. I don't know. It's this overwhelming feeling like this is the last time I'm going to see them. But they don't know that. So I have to act like nothing's wrong. Because I don't want to upset them and I don't want to alarm them. So I just don't make a scene.
Do you say I love you to them before?
Oh yeah. But not emotional like I am now because they know. We know each other very well and they would catch on. So I'm doing my best to hide it and I've hidden it from them. I know that I have to go. I'm not going to be able to see them again. I'm worried for them both. What will happen if I'm not there? There's no man in the house. There's not going to be a man in the house now without me.
What happens next?
I'm going down the street. And these people come get me. I knew they were coming. It's almost like the police, but they're not. Like they didn't like what I was doing. They didn't agree with our practices that we were all doing. They didn't like it. And we knew they were coming. I don't know how we knew when they were coming.
What type of practices were you doing that they didn't like? Spiritual practices?
Yeah, we were helping people. We were helping so many people. And so many people looked up to us. And so many people were healing because of us. But the people in power, I don't know why they were going to stamp us out. So I didn't make a scene, and I went strongly and I went proudly. And I did not show those motherfuckers fear. Not for a second. Because they were taking us all to torture us to death. And it was going to be so long. It was going to be so long. It fucking sucked. They did it on purpose.
There was more of you?
Oh yeah. They took us all.
They took all you spiritual, were you guys students or teachers?
We were teachers. There was one guy above us. We were teachers and we were telling people when they wanted us to shut up.
Do you know what the name of your school was, or the name of your, was it like an ashram, or do you know what you guys, was it like a brotherhood temple or something?
It was all men. Yes, it was all men. It was all men. I don't know the name of it.
The information will come to you clearly. The information will come to you clearly. You will know it. It will come to you. What is the name that you hear? What is the first impression that you feel?
Something with an O. Maybe that's why that was a circle. Letters wouldn't be the same though. That doesn't make sense. The letters wouldn't be the same. Something that starts with an O though.
Okay. Okay. Do you know what year this feels like?
It's not super long ago, but it's not. There wasn't cars. There wasn't Whenever she was cooking that curry, it was in a big cauldron and fire was underneath of it. There's not electricity.
Okay.
They tortured us and they all made us watch each other. And that was the worst. That was the worst part of it. It wasn't what they did to me, but that I had to see him do it to the people I love and just suffer. And I couldn't do anything to stop it.
How many people were there?
There were 7. There were 7 of us in the room together. Those were the people on the same level. And they did that on purpose too, because they knew we all trained together and that we were the closest to each other. But the main guy wasn't even in there with us. They took him separate. Oh God, I don't know even what they did with him. I can't even imagine. They were peeling off our skins in layers and just letting it hang, and we were hanging there with our hands tied up, just pieces of our flesh peeled off, hanging, bleeding out, rotting away in the bugs. Oh God, the smell. It's sick. It's never ending.
That's
we don't,
so bad.
we don't show them any fear. We don't scream. We're not gonna give them that. They fuck with us because they try to get us to break. We won't. So we know if we don't give in, they'll try it more. They'll try it harder. It's gonna get worse.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. Yes. How long did that happen for?
Oh God, it felt like forever. I mean, I can't tell you. I mean, I just felt like it went on forever. I would say at least 3 or 4 days till your body just kind of gives out. But then they never stopped all day or night. All day or night, they changed shifts. You know, that was part of it. There was no resting. You couldn't just even pass out from the pain. They would come in and do more.
Who were these people? Were they your guys' people, or were they?
They were white people.
White people? Where do they come from?
No, I don't know. They don't. They look strong, kind of. They look strong and like they have them sashes around them too, so it's hard to tell. But they don't have. Can't really see symbols. They got sandals on. They don't have a shirt on. They just have white kind of sashes around their waist. And the same, similar kind of sandals as I described that I have on. There's blood on their sandals. There's blood everywhere. The smell is sick.
So, did these people ever pay for what they did to you guys?
No.
They were never caught?
No one cared. Our message was silenced. That's what hurt the worst. We did all that. We tried so hard. And then they just stamped us out with that hate. And I think there was a few people that went underground, but it had to go so underground that like everyone knew not to talk about it. Everyone knew what happened to us. They knew we were taken. They knew we were tortured. It was enough to scare everybody to stop.
Yes. So you said some people were fortunate enough to go underground?
No, the people that were with us, the teachers, the 7 other guys, they all died. But the information, and not even all of it, just bits and pieces. It was written down. And I don't know who was the keeper. Maybe that little boy. I feel like he went back, or he went back through my stuff. But he always knew he had to be quiet. He always had to keep it inside because his mother didn't, she told him whatever he got on or what happened, She didn't want to break his heart, but I feel like that kid got some of my stuff that I left in that house. I left it for him. I left him hoping he would find it, but I didn't want him to get killed for it either. But luckily enough, not that he got killed for it. He just knew to keep his mouth shut. So the information went underground, not the people. What I mean, the information just was kept underground. Yeah. Nobody, people talked about it in hushed breath. You watched who you told it to because you knew the consequences.
Yeah. Which is what they're trying to do to people now.
Yeah.
So, and when that happened to you and were you guys able to ascend, or did you guys get stuck there with heaviness? Were you able to ascend and get healing from when you passed on from there, or?
No, because I feel like it was unfinished. There was something unfinished. We were working on something big. We were about to do, I don't know what it was, but whatever it was going to be a real energetic shift. And we were close. And I don't even think the people that killed us realized how close we were because they didn't understand what we were doing, nor did they care to. But it just happened that way. It just so happened that we were about to do this big energetic push and everything was set up for it. And I would say about 2 weeks out is whenever they came to get us all. And I think we knew the reason that we didn't cause a scene is it was heavily implied that they would go after our families. They would die in the same way. So in order for us to just quietly
So you were saying,
they were
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they didn't want they wanted to put the fear of God into everybody, so that's why we just went quietly, because if we caused a ruckus and where people knew, they would take our families, and I was protecting my family. That's why I just quietly went. But the little boy carried that on. I feel like he was one of the few that carried on the pieces of. He was the one that passed the torch on that for sure.
Beautiful. Do you remember what the information was about?
Yeah, it was like, it was almost unbelievable. It's hard to put into words. It was so unbelievable that you could just, it was motions. It was a practice of certain motions where you would focus your intent and your breath work and your energy. And you would almost like energetically push. It was almost like exercising, but with intention. And then you were making these energetic shifts around you by doing these certain moves in certain patterns. There were words you'd say with them. I don't remember the words and I don't remember the patterns, but they're specific. They're specific to what you're doing. And we would heal sick people with them. People in the town would come to us, they looked up to us. And we would heal people with them. We would change the path of things, big things like whenever we would all get together, we would change pathways of things that were about to happen, bad things. And it would take a lot of work. And it would be emotionally draining, you know, and I'm talking like you would do this for like months if you were going to do a big one. But that's why we would be together every day in practice, because you really had to be intent with it, but you could do it. You know, it took a lot of energy. And we knew that this was coming up, that we knew that people were getting us, and that we couldn't shift the energy to change it. That one was like it was a non-negotiable. They were coming, and there was really nothing we could do about it. I don't know why we didn't figure out like a pattern or a way to change that one. We couldn't, though. It was greater than ourselves. I mean, it was greater than the work we were doing. It was like a path that was set in motion outside of ourselves. It was, I don't know. I don't want to say it was fated. I don't know that it works that way, but we couldn't stop it, is all I could say.
It was just full force, pretty strong negative energy coming at you.
Yeah, we knew the time it was happening. Like I said, I knew that was the last day that I would spend with him, and I had to show no fear. I had to be very strong. I knew with absolute certainty that when I walked out of that house and I walked down that alley, that those guys, before I got to the end of it, were going to get me up. They did.
Wow, that sounds a lot like Yeshua's story. They came for him and he went peacefully without a fight.
I don't know that story.
Yes, well, it sounds very much like his story. You know, you knew it was coming. You couldn't stop it. It was inevitable. And when it came, you showed strength. And I think that was, you know, the message is part of the work that you were trying to get across, you know?
Yep.
So I think that's beautiful. When we talk about motions, are we talking about yoga poses or like Tai Chi poses or?
No, did you ever see the original Angel, the show, the series?
I don't think so.
That's another one you would absolutely love. It's the only series I like binge watch from beginning to end, because there's things about it that are very real.
Okay.
But they do these certain poses. The best thing I can compare it to is that. And they do these certain poses, and they're just like, it's like breath work, but you like do, it's like a pushing. It's like you're pushing your energy, and you're like a.
Wait, what's it about?
It's about a woman. It's actually about people skipping timelines, and it's about a woman. She is deaf, and she's being held captive in this man's house in a glass bubble, and he eventually gets other people in the bubbles too.
I've seen it.
Have you?
I did.
You know those moves that they do, that they figure out that they're doing between the things?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay. Okay. I get it. So it was very like the breath work, and the motion.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. All right. And so do you feel like your work has resurfaced, it has come around, or did it just stay officially?
I think it's transmuted. Bits and pieces were taken and transmuted into other things. I don't feel like it's fully what it was. I feel like a lot of the practice was lost, but there are bits and pieces that have transmuted into other aspects of things. Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering, are you able to tap in and have it downloaded to you now, so that way the information can come back to you, so you can continue that now? Is that possible?
Oh, I would love that. I would absolutely love that if someone would show me.
That way, yeah, see if there's a way you can connect. I mean, there's many ways you can go about it. You can go back when you were doing the studies.
I get the strong sense that it's not going to tell me all at once.
Okay.
I feel like if I keep that, I really am going to have to go back with it another time and meditate on it. But I have to. It's funny. They're funny. They know that I don't meditate now.
Oh, really?
Well, I used to, and then I've fallen off, and I really need to. But they're funny because they're making me work for it. They're not going to give it to me all now because they want me to go back and meditate. So they're going to make me dig. They'll give it to me. But they know that's their way to get me to meditate because they know that I really want to know. And I think it's very interesting. So they will give it to me, but I'm going to have to meditate on it. And they're going to give it to me kind of in piecemeal. And I'll write it down.
Beautiful. So are you talking to your people now when everything was good? Are they with you there now?
The guy that I am, he was telling me that he's a funny guy. He's not mean, but he's scolding me up like, you really know that you need to meditate. You hear these voices that you need to do these things, and then you shrug them off. And this is very important. Like he's telling me he died for this. It's so important that he died for this, and I need to honor that place, and I need to honor his place and his work. And so one of the first steps is I need to start meditating again, and that he will, gladly show me these things, but I definitely have to work for them because this is something to be honored and respected, and it's not given lightly.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Is he able to tell you what the name of your guys' organization or group was? Are you able to know that? What do they call you guys?
What do they call us?
What's like the name of your brotherhood? Were you known by anything special?
I see like an O and like a star. Like he's showing me like.
Are you guys like the Order of Light or something like that?
Maybe it's an O and a star. I'm seeing just the letter O and then a symbol of a star, but not like a 5-pointed star, like a star that's like almost an atomic retro star. 4-pointed star. Skinny.
Let's see if they'll tell you. See if you can ask them what's the name of your guys' brotherhood or something. See if he'll tell you. Be able to ask them?
What's the name though? Like what's the actual name? Like I understand it's a star. Orion star. What are they to do with Orion and star?
Oh yeah? Did you guys come from Orion? Are you connected to Orion?
How are we connected to Orion? No, we're not. You didn't come from there, but that's where the light comes from. That's where the messages come from.
Oh. Is he going to tell you what the name of your guys' group was? Or?
I don't think so. I don't
No?
know.
Okay. Is it
I
not
think I gotta work for that one.
Okay. He's not just telling you like,
No, this is very important to him. This is his life's work. I feel that he wants me to put some dedication to it.
Okay. Well, we thank him for talking to you and talking to us. We send him love. Is there anything else that you should know at this time that will help you?
And I shouldn't, if I know that I need to do something, it's so important. I need to stop whatever else I'm doing and do that thing now. Don't let my work get in the way. Don't let other things in life get in the way. I need to, as far as spiritual practices go, if there's something I know that I need to be doing and I get that download, of a message, that is from the light of Orion. And that is where my messages come from. And it's very strong. And it's very important. And it's very special that they're giving me that message. So I need to hold it in higher regard than I do right now. So that means if I need to stop what I'm doing, write down a notebook, I have to stop my work for 5 minutes. If I have to pull over to the side of the road and I'm getting it while I'm driving, whatever, it's that important. I need to stop what I'm doing to take time to honor the message.
Beautiful. Note taken.
Right?
You will hear that later and know. Beautiful. Beautiful. Is there anything else you'd like to tell you before you continue on? I know you've come a long way, and I know it's been a long time. I'm pretty sure you might have a few more things to say.
Oh, he's talking about eating. Very important that I eat clean, that he knows that I know. That it's very important that I eat clean, that it is a part of my spiritual practice. That whenever I pollute my body with junk food or anytime I go off of that path, that is just deviating me and kind of backtracking me. And he knows that I know this, but he really wants me to follow it strictly. And he says that he knows how hard it is, that, he did it for many years, way more strictly than I did. So just that he knows if he can do it, that I could do it. And he really wants me to find the importance in that, because, that's another thing that I just shrug off, that I'll say, yeah, but I can have a little snack, or, he's saying, no, this is very important. You have to follow this path if you want the true light to come, and you want it to come intensely and clearly, that you have to be on that path. You have to follow it intently. Yeah. Oh, and he's telling me about the metals. It's such a relief. Sometimes I feel drawn to certain metals. Like in this lifetime, I will wake up and I'll say, I can't have this jewelry on. I can't have silver on me today. I have to have gold on me today. And I'll have this attraction to metals. And I'll sense the time that I need to have it on me. Stones also, like sometimes I felt I needed rubies. I know this sounds all very terribly materialistic, but it's not even about the material thing. It could be, as long as it's a real stone, it doesn't have to be like this fine cut gem.
Right.
It's more about the properties of the stones and the metals, because it's doing something. And I always had this sense that it was. But yeah, he's telling me that there is something to that. And that I'll also understand that a little bit more after meditation. But he's saying follow that practice. Definitely follow that practice wholeheartedly. And also don't delay that, because sometimes there will be a day or two where if I'm like, I know I need to change this out, or I know I need to have this piece on me. Sometimes I'll forget for a day. The next day I'll be like, oh, and actually do it. But he's saying, do that strictly. As soon as you get the message, follow the message. That's his resounding message. As soon as you get the message about these things, trust your intuition, follow that message, because that is like the strongest guide on your path. And none of these things are super hard to do. I've done them in piecemeal, and I've done them not like super wholeheartedly. So he really wants me to be wholehearted about this. Like he wants me to go full force at this, be very dedicated. And whatever I do, he said the rewards are just going to be mind-blowing.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Is he saying anything else?
I think that he's just tired.
Okay.
Well,
tell him we send him love.
Yes, thank you.
I know everybody could use some love.
It would do him like a great service that I would carry these things on and he would help me. Like he very much, I feel like that he's definitely a spirit guide, that he would definitely help me find these things and find the way. If I just do the things I know I should be doing. He's much like a father figure. He's not mean, he's not scolding, but he's kind of like waving his finger like, you know, you should be doing these things. Now come on, like I believe in you, but you know you should be doing these things. Just do them, you know.
Uh-huh. Nice. Beautiful. We know you want to make him proud.
Yeah.
Is he always with you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's always been trying to push me in the right direction. He says I'm stubborn. I am. He said I'm stubborn, but he's more stubborn, and he's always been pushing me. And I feel him pushing me. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know that it was him. I knew it was something. I didn't know that it was him.
That little inner push.
Yeah.
Beautiful. We are never alone.
No.
Beautiful. Well, we are definitely taking these notes of the things that you need to do. And, you know, we appreciate it. If he has anything else he'd like you to know, you know, I know you would appreciate it. So you want to ask him if there's anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah. I think he's showing me that symbol. It's some sort of activation for something. Like it's some sort of, I don't know what it activates, but it is highly significant. It's almost, I don't want to say it's a portal. It's almost like it's some sort of activation for the moves, for the energy. It's some sort of, it has something to do with the moves. And
With a what?
with the moves, sorry, I'm a little stuffy. With the moves that he does, like the you know, the moves that he does, it has something to do with that. You know, I don't know if it's something that you visualize doing these things or a portal that you visualize walking through, but it's almost like the best thing I can compare it to is like Reiki, whenever you draw that symbol with the 7 and then you do the circles, whenever you activate for Reiki.
The choke through?
Yes, I couldn't think of the word, thank you. Yeah, it's much like that. It's much like you focus on that symbol, you concentrate on that symbol, and it's much like an activation for the moves and the energy flow.
Beautiful. Is he saying anything else to you? Or showing you anything else?
No, I don't think so. He just wants to drive it home that I should do the things that I should be doing, that I'll get told about myself along the way if I don't straighten up, you know.
Beautiful. Well, it sounds like he's definitely one of your guides.
Yeah.
Have you guys had many lifetimes together?
Yeah. He's been trying. I think that's why he's tired. I get the sense that he's tired because he's been trying very hard for me for many lifetimes, and he's kind of like, come on, girl, this is it. Like, I don't know how much louder on the rooftops I could scream for you, but you know what you should be doing. It's kind of like I get that impression of that. Like it's time you're I don't want to say grown up, but it's the best term I can use. It's time. He's telling me that I'm old enough now that I should not be screwing around. you
Mm-hmm. Is he giving
know.
you tough love?
Yes, yes. But he has to. He has to because he knows I'm stubborn and he knows that's how I'll follow through. So
Mm-hmm. Was he ever your dad in a past life?
um,
Has he ever been your father?
I don't know.
Or has he always just been like that teacher,
I think
mentor?
I think he's been a teacher. I think he's come through in father figures, but he has never been directly my father.
Uh-huh. Beautiful. Yeah, he sounds like an ascended master.
Yeah.
So he probably didn't have any kids.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to get that much karma.
No, I don't think he had children of his own. That's why he cared for that little boy so much.
Right. Right. Beautiful. Well, are you ready to close the scene or is there more information here for you?
I think I'm ready to close. I feel exhausted. I feel emotionally exhausted.
All right. Well, let's send them love. We're going to send them love so everybody can get a boost of energy. And we're going to close that scene. We're going to close that scene, and we're going to go to another life where you experience something for your highest good, for your highest healing. We're going to get some answers. So be there now. Tell me what you see, sense, or feel happening around you. Where are you?
I don't know if I can keep going. I just feel exhausted. Do you feel exhausted?
Okay, let me call. Is this a good time to call on your higher self?
Do we have to keep going?
It's up to you.
I just feel a lot right now.
Well, yeah, you just went through a scene, so you just got a lot of information. So it's information download.
It
But we
was
can.
just a lot.
I want to call in Archangel Michael to send some love light to your body, and Archangel Raphael just to send some love light to your body, and ask your higher self to just fill you up with some love light. So, at this time, is this a good time to just talk to your higher self?
I don't know. I feel sick. I don't want to throw up from seeing all that.
What was that?
I just feel like sick or something. It was just a lot. It was very heavy.
Yeah. Well, I would like to be able to see if we could do a body scan to see if there's anything heavy there that needs to be lifted.
Okay.
Do you want to try it?
Okay.
Okay. Will your higher self allow a connection?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to see if we can connect to your higher self. So let me know when I'm speaking to the higher self of Nikki.
Okay. I'm here.
Beautiful. Is this the higher self of Nikki?
Yeah.
Okay. I love, honor, and respect you. Thank you for speaking with me. I know that you hold the answers to all of the questions. I would like to ask you a couple questions. Is it okay if I ask some questions?
Sure.
Okay. I'd just like to ask why you took Nikki to the first scenes that you took her to, her first life.
To remember that she's safe and loved.
Beautiful. Is there a name that you go by, higher self?
Ashana.
Ashana?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you, Ashana. I know she is going to appreciate this greatly. Do you want to tell her about her connection with her her Aunt Nancy and her Aunt Nancy? I know she feels very connected to her.
They're the same light. They're of the same light. They're the same. They share the same light. That she is not her biological mother, but she is very much her mother. That is very much her daughter, and they're the same.
Would you say she's a fractal of her?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. That's why she feels so connected to her.
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. And what about her mother? She also said that her mother and her Aunt Nancy both told her about the number 22. What's the significance to that?
That they're the same is a representation that they're the same, that their energy goes on in this life and the next, and it's the same love.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for that. Okay, what about the life you took her to when she was in the soccer field?
Mm-hmm.
What was the purpose of that scene? She said that she had a very bad experience. The little boy stepped on her hand.
Yes, that the outside world is cruel, but you have to hold on to your light. No matter what they do, they're always going to do what they'll do. But don't let that stop you from doing the things you want to do.
Beautiful. Did it help that she was able to talk to her little inner self and comfort her?
There was a huge release, yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I thank you for allowing that. That was very healing for her. Let's see, there was another scene you took her to in India. I believe, was that India she was at?
Yeah, India, yeah.
What was the reason for taking her to that life? What was the message there?
That they're, again, that she's protected, but that she also has a great responsibility. And she has to take that responsibility a lot more seriously. That these people have died for this. It's a very important message. She has to help deliver the message. She has to get serious about delivering it. And whatever she does, things will fall into place. She gets hung up on the how. She gets hung up on not seeing the big picture, where she has to just trust in the process and take whatever pieces you're given, take whatever breadcrumbs you're given. It's a gift. And you take that and you follow it. And sometimes you follow it blindly. But you take that and you just keep going and building on that, and you trust that with everything you got. And whenever you do, the rest of it will come, and that you have to have patience for those things, because you're not able to get these gifts just automatically. They have to come with work, that you have to put the work in to get them. But you know what you have to do. It's not it's not something beyond yourself. You can absolutely do these things. But you have to put the work in and the time in, because they're of great importance and they're not just given lightly.
Well, I know that some people have a hard time of sitting down and meditating. Is there other ways to meditate? I know for me, I like to go for long drives with no music playing, or walk in nature. Is there other ways that people can meditate?
Oh yeah, her art, and she knows that.
Through art?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
And that will come. That's going to be coming soon where she'll pick that back up again. She'll be in a space where she's free and not oppressed by her thoughts and not oppressed by negativity of if it's good enough or not. And the art will just flow and it will be wonderful because she lets it flow.
Mm-hmm. Now, when someone would meditate doing art, would they have to sit in silence?
Oh no, it's just she knows she's already in a trance like state whenever she's in art. That's why it helps her so much, and she's always gone back to that because it's not only like she's creating, but it's also her form of meditation, very much so. 2 seconds, 2 seconds or 2 hours can feel like 2 seconds whenever you're in there. She doesn't even realize how much time has passed, but it is a form of meditation and it helps her greatly.
Mm-hmm. Does she is she a time bender? Does she have the ability to bend time or slow time at all?
Yeah, within herself.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. I know that people are becoming more and awake to their abilities and finding out what they're capable of. And I know that a lot of people seem to be able to do this.
Like a fast forward on a cassette tape or something, yeah.
Yeah, slowing time or fast forward or speeding it up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Beautiful. So let's see. I know that in that life she experienced some trauma there, with the group watching what happened. Was there any damage done to her soul or her spirit or her energy? I don't know how I would describe with right proper word, but was there any healing that needs to be done from that experience?
I don't feel so because I feel that, man, it's you're talking about the India, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that man was very strong in his place. He would not give that to them no matter what.
Uh-huh.
So, he very much had to go inside of himself during those days he was being tortured, and really that was his test. And he succeeded. So, even though that these people think that they smashed out this practice, in the end, all of those practitioners succeeded in their endeavors because they didn't energetically give in to the torturing.
How many were there?
There were 7 guys in the same room as me. And then there was one leader, and he was in a different room than us.
Why does their story sound very similar to the story of Yeshua when they took him and he had to go within himself when they put him on the cross? Is this a fractal?
It seems like it's yeah, I don't want to say it's a reincarnation, but I feel like this scene has played out different points in history. I feel like it's I don't know the words, I don't know the
Fractals
vocabulary.
of other?
Is it a fractal? Is that what I want to say?
Yeah.
It's not, yeah, it's not a time loop. It's not the same thing. It's a different time. It's a different place.
Uh-huh.
But it's very much a parallel of the same
Right.
thing played out.
Is it the same characters just playing another storyline, the same story, just different time and place? Is that how some of this stuff works, or?
It does feel like that.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, I can't really gauge it. I feel like I very much don't have the words to like properly explain what's going on there, but it's like a
Okay. Well, thank you for that. So you say she's okay from that. There's nothing major that needs to be pieced back together, no fractals or energy.
yeah, I don't feel like there was a lot of pain, there was a lot of physical pain, but that man was very strong within himself. And yeah, there's nothing that energetically broke off. He wouldn't allow that. Absolutely not.
Okay. Beautiful. Did she have any connection to Orion? She felt like the symbol was connected to the light of Orion, or any connection there?
Yeah, I felt like that was there's energy. What I'm saying is Morse code. It almost looks like a Morse code coming from there. Like bursts of light, bursts of energy coming from there. And they were channeling that energy in their practices.
Uh-huh. Was it benevolent?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So not all energy from Orion is negative.
Right. No, this was benevolent.
Okay, beautiful. Good to know. It's always nice to know. I know there's polarities in everything. Because I know there's also the battle with Orion.
There's a bad connotation for some reason around it, but it's not all bad.
Beautiful. Good to know. All right. Let's see. Thank you for that. I know we got some beautiful messages from the person she was able to speak with about how she should eat and take care of her body. Do you have any messages for her about that? Anything else you'd like her to know?
Yeah, let's stay away from definitely breads. Your body's not processing that properly. There even be some kind of allergy that you developed, but it really is taking a toll on your body, and you have to strictly follow that. You can't have it, not even a little bit, not even as a treat. You have to absolutely eliminate that.
No bread?
Right?
Is it the gluten, or is it just the whole flour and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's the flour. It's flour and all that.
Uh-huh.
Like no bread products.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that. Let's see. Are you able to answer some more? She's got some personal questions. Are you able to answer those real quick before we go into? Okay. So let me see. One of her questions she has here, and I think we kind of answered it with the beautiful connection you were able to have her let us connect with her Aunt Nancy. I thank you for that as well. I know we didn't get to say bye, but thank you for that, allowing that connection. I wanted to add that. Also, she did have a question about, why she showed her the string, that she could move things with her mind, and that she showed her first. Is this a ability that she has?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
That
And
will
what
grow like a muscle. You just have to practice again.
she just has to keep doing again what she was taught.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. And how would this help her? Is there something to this that's very healing, or is there a special? I know
Yeah.
it's moving things without your hands. But is there something else that we don't know about this
Well,
technique?
it's also signifying something that your rational mind thinks cannot be done. So it's proving to yourself that you have abilities beyond yourself. So more than anything, more than it being a parlor trick, it is proving to your own self that you have the ability to do things that you couldn't. And that in and of itself is very healing, and that is also something that progresses you along, because she's her own worst enemy. That's what gets in, she gets in her own way of her development. And this is just an exercise that allows her, it's just a reminder that, you blow your own mind for a second and you're kind of like, whoa, that's the point.
Beautiful. Just to remind her of who she is, to help her remember who she is.
Yes, and how strong she is.
Beautiful. Is she able to know what star seed she is?
I don't know.
Or her most recent star seed connection?
You're seeing a picture of stars jumping. Like, It looks like they're playing like hopscotch or something. I don't know what that means.
Is she a multiple star seed, do you think?
Maybe that's what it means. Yeah. I see that it's not focusing on one. It's kind of like all over the place.
Okay. Beautiful. So in more time, she'll get to know more about that.
I feel, yes.
Okay, beautiful. I thought I'd just throw that out there. She did say that she had a necklace that her great aunt gave her with some Nefertiti and hieroglyphics on it. And she said that it broke, but then that it melted back together. Can you tell her a little bit about this and why that happened?
Oh, yeah. So she was very close to that necklace. She wore it all the time, never took it off. And that was a supernatural thing that happened. But it's to signify that there are these forces that are always going to try to shake you and break you of your place and your light. And there will always be people around you that don't understand. And in that moment, that necklace breaking, it was symbolic. It really threw her off her path. There was negative entities trying. That was 100% on purpose. They knew by doing so, our mom took all the books from Egypt away. She was really progressing. I mean, it was progressing so much so that it scared them. And they didn't like that, especially at such a young age, which she could have become sooner. It was very, she was going at such a pace that she should have got there sooner. But it was a negative attack. It was a spiritual attack, one that went into the physical realm. And it shook her mother, to the point where she took all of the knowledge away, anything that she could learn about Egypt. She kind of had to go secretive. If she got a book in the library at school, she had to read what she could, hurry up and put it back. She couldn't bring it home. So it made her appreciate the knowledge more and hold it in higher regards, because now it was secret. It's almost like you were not allowed to have this. And that made her very much so want it even more. But it made it more difficult. If this trait and her interest in it would have been fostered, she would have got to where she's going a lot sooner. But that was staggered because of them.
So it's almost like the life of the man, where he kind of was supposed to be in secretive, but because he wasn't, they came for him.
Yes, exactly. They're backtracking any way that they can. And sometimes they get, do things on different levels to throw you off your game.
Right. And what are they doing to her in this life? How are they affecting her in this life?
Oh my, this life was a rough one.
Uh-huh. What can you
They,
tell us?
just a lot of pain and confusion around death, distrust. It's hard for her to get close to people. She feels like if she allows that closeness, people are taken away. So it's hard for her to heal from the loss of the pain um, of those deaths. And, she likes to escape the pain. She doesn't face it. So, whenever she has that escapism, it also falters her on her path. And they know that. So it's
Mhm.
very easy for her to, take something and go outside of her mind rather than face these things, which would heal
Mhm.
on the path, which is what she needs to do. But it's many ongoing attacks. I mean, it's relentless. It's crazy. In pretty much all aspects of her life, big ones, small ones, they're sprinkled about because whenever she gets there,
Mhm.
it's going to be monumentous. It's almost like she's completing the work that the gentleman started. Not the exact same work, but in essence, the same work. It's the work of the light. Um, but she's going to do something, maybe not specifically herself, but she's going to help in a big way deliver that message. She's an integral part of delivering that message. And they're really going to try to knock her down because it's almost like I don't want to say without her, the message won't get delivered. It will get there, but it will get there much, much slower. Not in this lifetime, not in several lifetimes, after many, many people. So it's this lifetime is going to get delivered, and
Mhm.
they're really trying hard to knock her down and out of her place because it's going to be a big one.
Right. So she said that she could read the hieroglyphics when she was a kid. Would you say that there's some type of activation there, or you know, is there something big that's going to happen? I know that she got one of the messages was it's not about the man, it's about the message. So is there something connected to like the hieroglyphics and this message, or are they two separate stories?
Yeah, no, it's all the same story.
Uh,
Whenever you're going to Egypt, you'll find out. The message is waiting for you there. You have to get there. You have to go. You
uh-huh,
absolutely have to. But the message will be there whenever you get there.
uh-huh. Beautiful. So she did live a life in Egypt.
Yeah.
Did did she? I know you showed her India, but was any of these lives in Egypt, or did you not show her an Egypt life?
No, the Egypt life wasn't shown right now.
Okay. Is that going to be something to show her in the future?
Yeah, it'll be rebuilt. It's also part of the message whenever she gets there physically in this lifetime to Egypt.
Oh, I know that a few of us have been told we need to get to Egypt.
Yeah.
Are we all connected together? Am I
Yeah.
connected with Nikki? Do we have a connection?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's part of a download. It's part of a download, and it's almost like you have to take that step to reach that part of it.
Right. That major step.
It's a huge one. It's a huge one. It's a huge thing to get to. But that's part of it, is that you have to plan for that and you have to account for that, everything time wise, money wise. And once you've made that dedication, once you've traded that energy for that, then what you get in return is going to be a big one.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I know my dream is to get to Egypt. I just
Then you have to go, then you have to get there. You have to get there.
guess we're gonna need a caravan.
You are.
Wow, beautiful. Okay, let's see. Was there any messages to her from her mom? Did her mom have any messages for her today?
Oh yeah, her mom wants to know that she's with her all the time, and that she's encouraging her. And she knows this, she knows this and she feels her. Um, and she wants her to know that she's strong in her place, that don't forget that you're okay on your own, Nick. Like, don't ever forget that you don't need anybody, and that I showed you that way to be independent, and that you don't need to rely on anyone. You need others around you to help you on your path, and to deliver this message. But in your own self, you are strong and you are fine. So don't worry about that. And she just wants her to be strong in her place. That she's very independent, that she has raised her to be that way, that she's strong in her place. And she wants her to hold on to that strength as part of her journey, as part of her purpose, is to remember her strength so that way she can succeed at the things that she's trying to do.
Beautiful. I know she'll appreciate that. We thank you for that message. Is there anything else she would like to tell her while we have the opportunity? Or was that the message?
That was the message.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that. So I have another question here. She wanted to know why she had this memory of a sweet honeysuckle and a decaying smell, and a vision of how she died in each.
There's a pharaoh.
Memory.
This is a very early dynasty in Egypt. I think it was the second one, where I don't know the name of the pharaoh, but he and this is going way back. I don't know if this is written down somewhere, but they would make everybody go with them to the afterlife. So they wanted their friends and family to be there. And she was a cousin, and they were very close. She well respected the pharaoh, held him in very high regards. And she was executed to go with him, to go to the afterlife with him. But doing so, she felt that there was a lot that she didn't get to do on this earth. She was on a mission here in that lifetime as well, but it was cut short. And that's why she didn't want to go. She felt that she had more to give on this lifetime, and she didn't quite get there. So it was very frustrating. And that's why she remembers it so vividly, is because it was kind of like you're fighting your last breath to try to stay in this earth and on this realm, because you have more work to be done. But it wasn't to be that way. It's in the upper right hand corner of Egypt too. The place. It's not a famous city. There are ruins there, but it's not a tourist attraction. It's not a tourist spot. It's located in like the upper right corner if you're living in Egypt on a map. In that region.
So are we supposed to go to that location?
Yeah, you're gonna have to meditate on that. You're gonna have to find that spot. But look up, who's the second dynasty to Pharaoh? It's that one. It's that pharaoh that's in the second dynasty, so it shouldn't be too hard to look up.
Okay, we'll make sure we look that up when we're not here. Beautiful. Okay, so yeah, that was the last thing. So that wasn't her most recent incarnation, was it?
What? Egypt.
That memory, is that was many lifetimes ago,
Oh,
correct?
many, yeah.
Okay. How many
These are very true.
incarnations has she had on Earth?
There's been a lot. There's been a lot. Some have been more significant. The ones that were brought up now were a significant, I hate to say it that way, more significant. There's lessons to be learned in all of them, and they were all significant in their own right. But the most memorable ones were shown to her because of their significance and their place in this lifetime.
Yes, I understand.
They're more like building blocks of something that she had to remember in order to, be strong in her place and go in this lifetime.
Yes, for healing.
Yes, for healing, for learning. Just her path in general to kind of give her like a boost, I guess you could say.
Beautiful. Well, we thank you for allowing that. I know that she is ready and she's on the journey, and she definitely wants to, get the work done. So anything that you were able to show her, we're definitely grateful for. I know these sessions aren't always easy, but I thank you for all that you've done so far. So I just have a few more questions. She has some questions about some dreams. She had a reoccurring dream about the end of the world and watching aliens and light. Can you tell her anything about this dream?
Yeah, that's going to be it's almost like a parallel dimension of what could be, or not what could be, but how it ends in a different realm. So that's not this lifetime, that's more of like a parallel reality.
Okay. Was it like closing timelines?
What do you mean by that?
Like, is that timeline closed, or since it seemed to have ended, was that just like the closing of timelines?
Well, I mean, she died there, so it was the closing of her timeline in that realm.
Right. Okay. Did she have family in that realm?
Yeah, they're just the same as they were here, but they all live longer. They were all still around longer. It was almost like different life choices, variations of that made these things kind of roll out the way that they did.
So what was the purpose of her having those dreams? Was there a message there for her?
I think it was mainly to just show her that this exists, that this is just that you're
happen again.
What's that?
But it's not going to happen again?
It's not going to happen again, not in this plane of existence, no, not in this timeline that we're on, no, it's not going to happen again.
Okay.
I think that it was more to just signify the butterfly effect of decisions. All of these little tiny decisions, things could have been drastically different. Your members of your family would have lived longer, but also there's shit falling out of the sky.
Right.
So,
there's a battle
there. Yeah, there's extreme variations of things happening differently.
Yes. And what about, she's had this dream about chasing some dark-haired guy and getting the message about it's not about the guy, it's about the message. What is that what was that?
He's very much her soulmate, but she's very much wrapped up in the idea of that. And that's one of her lessons that she has to learn, is that this message is very important. And this is the Indian man coming back again, saying that you have to stay true on your path. That she has very much wanted this man. to be in her life. She's asked for this her entire, on this timeline, her entire life, and it's very important to her. It's the most important thing to her. Ever in her life is finding this person. But you cannot be distracted by the person because you both, and he very much is your soulmate, but you can't be distracted by that because you both have a very integral part of each other's lives to play, and you have a very important message to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
And that is bigger than either one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, take your time and enjoy each other, but just don't ever forget your purpose and your calling and what called you together in the first place. Because there's love behind it, but in that love, there's also the love of selflessness. And they very much have to be selfless in a lot of ways in their relationship in order to give that message to others.
Mm-hmm. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for that. I know she'll appreciate that. So the third one we have is she had a vision of the Golden Dawn grocery store. Is there anything you can tell her about this? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a place marker. It was a place marker. It was a message that was a place marker, so that whenever she was told the story of what happened there in this timeline, it would be highly significant to her, and she would know, flashing lights, flashing lights, ding, 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 this is the person. Because she's kind of stubborn, and she, will always let her ego and rational mind come into play, especially, she doesn't think a lot of herself. She's some self-esteem issues, and so that kind of gets in the way, and that kind of sways, creeps in of the fact of am I thinking what I'm thinking is real, that type of thing. So this is like the train with its high beams on, coming at you full force in your face, beating its horn and saying, get out of the way, type of deal. Like, it couldn't be more clear of a message, and it had to be that, and it had to have that significance connected to this other person in order for her to resonate that is the person.
Beautiful. Gotcha. Beautiful. Now I want to ask a question about something somebody told her. Somebody went out of their way and said that they were a psychic and did or not a psychic. I don't know if they were a psychic or astrology reading, and they tried to tell her that she had a year to live. Why would somebody tell her this?
He was petty. He was very mad because she screwed up the time whenever she was supposed to go see him. She had met them at not a festival, but at a thrift market meet that happens once a month. There's sellers there. They go there every month. But she was new to this and didn't know the dates. It's like the third Sunday of the month or something. And she was supposed to go back the following month, but she didn't. And they had brought this thing that she had wanted to buy from them the following week, and she wasn't there. So then she saw them the third month. She saw them the third month and came up to them all excited, and he was just kind of miffed, so he wanted to he was pissed off. He was pissed off that he brought this stupid $30 thing that she didn't buy. And he knew that she was very much absolved into the idea that he was an astrologer, and she was enthralled that he was going to give her this reading and very much into it. And he just kind of, I don't want to say threw it in out of spite is the only thing I could say. A very petty person.
Did he try to throw black magic on her?
I don't know that it was that malicious, but it was borderline that malicious. Yeah, it was overly done for the for her misgivings. He was mad that he hauled that thing there for her. She wasn't there to buy it. Well, so what? But yeah, he I don't know that he put black magic on her per se, but he
didn't curse her or anything.
he didn't curse her, but he knew that it would get to her. So the curse was almost in and of herself, is that she would be running around frantically in a panic for a long time, and this would stick in her mind, and she would think that there's something wrong with her. So in that essence, yes, it was a form of black magic, I guess.
Mm.
But, you know,
The vibes.
Yeah, exactly. She
Uh-huh.
concentrated on it and plagued herself of the thought of like, could this be true? And I'm worried about this, and I'm sick over this. And even though I know for myself that there's nothing wrong, you know, it very much plagued her mind. So yes, in that sense, it was a form of black magic.
Was there any scarring or damaging that happened to her that we need to do any repairs for energetically?
I don't think that she took it wholeheartedly. It scared her,
Okay.
but I don't think that it scarred her in some way.
Okay. Good to know. She's tough. She's strong.
Right.
All right. So that's not going to happen. We can throw that out.
Yeah, we could throw that in.
All right. We don't resonate with that. All right. Beautiful. Let's see. She also said that she had a brother. It's like he's like a play brother. She feels a very strong connection to him. She feels like they're like twins. They have some type of psychic connection. That their parents were buried next to each other. Their mothers. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Can you tell her about that?
Oh yeah, they're very much bonded. They've been through a lot of lifetimes together. At one point, she was his mother, and that's why she kind of mothers him this lifetime. You know, she's always kind of looked after him and made sure he was okay. She was always more of a grown up than he was, I guess you could say, even in this lifetime. So she's carried that role into this lifetime of kind of being a mother towards him, even though she's best friends, you know, but it's still very much an overseer of this person.
Mm-hmm.
But almost like in the same way they do balance each other nicely, because in almost the same way that children give lessons to their parents, you know, he does that for her as well.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Okay, so would you say they're like soul family?
Oh yes, they're definitely a family that's connected throughout lifetimes. They play different roles. You know, the most recent role before this one was she was a mother and he was a son.
Beautiful. Okay. Good to know. I know she'll appreciate that. Is he still alive or has he passed?
Yeah, he's still alive. He's not doing well. He's not really doing too well with drugs and things, you know.
Are we able to send some love to him? Send some love bubbles of protection? Some love?
Absolutely.
Let's do that. I know everybody could use a little extra love and protection. Okay. So let's see. She had a cat when she was younger. She had a Siamese cat, Cleo. Does Cleo have any messages for her?
Oh yeah, that cat was her protector for sure. That cat was her protector. That cat would have ran in front of a moving car for her. That cat may have been also the gentleman, the Indian gentleman.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I very much see that was a way to get close to her.
Mm-hmm. And have a good diet.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about junk food, huh?
No.
Beautiful. Is there any messages there? Any extra messages?
Just that the protection's still with her. You know, it changes forms, it's still there.
Okay. Beautiful. And what about her dog named Monkey?
Oh yeah, that was also that was someone who's been with her through lifetimes, and they just wanted to say hello. You know, they wanted to get to her in this lifetime too.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It must be a hard world to choose as coming as a pet companion, knowing your lifespan is very short.
Right, but that was like a trade-off, you know, that was definitely a trade-off that they were willing to make just to, you know, be in each other's presence again.
Right.
So that's a beautiful thing.
Beautiful. Well, that's awesome. Okay. All right. So I think I might have got all of her questions. Is this a good time to do the body scan now?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there was one more thing. I think we could do it with the body scan, but she also wanted to know about her hair thinning. And is it connected to any thyroid problems?
It is, and that's also connected to the breads, you know. If you're
Oh,
strict about the diet, eating more fish, no bread, more seafood, and that will it will take some time, but it will heal.
did you say more seafood?
Yeah,
Okay. And more fish, you said?
yeah.
Would you say salmon is a good one?
Salmon's a good one, whitefish, any kind of things with the shells. You can even eat the shells if you could, like the ends of the tails of the shrimp.
Uh-huh.
You could eat those. That would help.
Yeah, get them nice and crispy with some seasoning.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. Okay, good to know. All right, so if this is a good time, I'd like to be able to do a body scan for her and just see if there's anything there. I'd like to do a body scan. Is this a good time to call upon some archangels? Would you like some assistance with anyone?
Archangel Michael.
Beautiful. Anyone else?
I don't
Any
know the others.
assisters? What was that?
I don't know the others.
What about Archangel Raphael?
Sure.
Okay. We can also call in Ganesh.
Oh, yes.
Would you like to have Ganesh?
Yes.
Okay. Beautiful. So at this time, I'd like to go ahead and call in my benevolent team, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and Lord Ganesh. I'd love to call you in. Higher Self has requested your assistance for healing. So Higher Self, let me know when you sense them in the room.
Yeah, they're here.
You feel them?
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. So who would like to do the body scan? Would you like to, or does one of the archangels want to? Or does Ganesh want to?
I'll do it.
Okay. Ashana, you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Let's start at the crown. We can start at the crown, or you can scan around. How would you like to begin?
At the crown.
All right, let's go ahead and start at the crown and let me know what you see there. Like to check her really good.
This seems like light.
What was that?
It just seems like light around.
Good. There's
cut out. He's still cut out.
How does that look?
Oh wait, no, there you are.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yep. All clear.
Let me know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Archangel Zadkiel, I'd like for you to step in, surround her. Okay, beautiful. Who would like to do the body scan? Would you like to, or does one of the archangels want to? Or does Ganesh want to?
I'll do it.
Okay, Ashana, you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Let's start at the crown. We can start at the crown, or you can scan around. How would you like to begin?
At the crown.
All right, let's go ahead and start at the crown and let me know what you see there. Like to check her really good.
This seems like light.
What was that?
It just seems like light around. Clear.
Okay, beautiful. So let's see if we can get Archangel Michael to help us as well. Would like to go ahead and scan your crown. I want to make sure it's glowing nice and bright and there's no cords, cables, or hooks, energies or entities, any reptilian attachments. I'd like to scan that crown really good, please. Are you able to scan that crown?
Yeah, what does it look like if there's entities on it?
Do you see any shadows, any dark spots?
Yeah, on the left hand side, it almost looks like a salamander, kind of.
Okay, there's the entity.
Yeah, it looks like a dark or like a black, gray,
Does
black
it
salamander.
look like a salamander, you said?
Yeah, salamander. Yeah.
Okay, so Archangel Metatron. Okay, so I'd like to go ahead and surround this 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 entity with Archangel Metatron's sacred geometry cube, please. Like to surround this salamander so that he does not move. Let me know when he is contained.
Okay, he's in there.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Oh, cut out.
Let me know when you can hear me.
I can hear you all clear.
He's in the cube.
He's in the cube.
Is he inside?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Is he in? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Beautiful, clear. So did you say you were able to encase?
Yes, he's in the
Okay.
cube.
Beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and hold on to it and connect with him really. I'd like to connect with him and see. All right.
Okay.
So Archie, would you please allow a connection? I'd like to let me know when I'm speaking with the salamander.
Okay.
Hello, am I speaking to the salamander?
Yes.
Hello, I love, honor, and respect you. Can you tell me what it is that you're doing there?
I just needed some energy.
You needed some energy. How old are you?
Oh,
You're old?
Yeah.
How long?
We're a very old race.
What kind of race are you?
It's it's not the same as the reptilians, but we are reptiles. We have to feed from warmth and light.
Uh-huh. Are you cousins to the reptilians?
Yeah, it's almost like between like a gray and a reptilian.
Are
And
you
a type of thing. It's almost like a mix of those things in a dolphin.
and a dolphin?
Yeah,
Okay. So would you say you're like a hybrid?
yeah, it was some kind of hybrid. It's not very evolved.
Okay. What dimension did you come from?
It's a lower level. It's definitely a lower level. Um, it's very cold there. It's very stone-like there, and that's why we seek
Uh-huh.
the warmth.
Okay. Did you come from a different universe?
It's just the dimension.
Just a different dimension?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you have a name that you go? Is there a name that you go by?
That's not having a name won't tell me.
You don't have a name?
No.
Are you by yourself there?
Yeah.
Did-
It's more like a parasite. It's definitely a
Yeah.
parasite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You feel like a parasite. Okay. How
Yeah.
are you able to attach to Nikki?
Um, it's almost like you seek light. Where we are is very cold, so it's easy to see certain people with certain lights. And you're attracted to that because you're seeking heat, because in our world it's very cold.
Uh-huh. So did you end up in our world and did you get like trapped in here and so you need light, or how is it that you automatically need the light?
Well, it's almost
Do
like
you
if we
not have light within yourself?
no, if we remained where we were,
Not sure if you can hear me.
yeah, clear. If we remained where we were, you could still survive, but you would not be comfortable. It's almost like it's a comfort. The light is a comfort. Yeah, it's
I
like
mean,
a,
they would have fear, right?
yep, it's a version of that. Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes, clear.
All
No,
clear?
yeah, all clear.
Clear?
No, not now. No.
I'm sorry, were you able to hear that?
What was the last thing? I'm sorry.
All right, please. Let me know. So I was, people go to the movie theaters and they get terrified.
Oh, yes,
Instead of
yes,
pop,
I did hear that.
yeah, instead of popcorn, are they just digesting a bunch of parasites?
Yeah, it's the lower version of that. It has to be a bit more traumatic from that
Uh-huh.
to fully attach. But yeah, you got the right idea.
Ah, I see. Okay, so what damage have you been causing to her body by being there?
It's
Anything?
oh yeah, it's a weight,
Have you been causing her body any harm?
it's more of a weight,
It's awake?
a weight, like a heavy weight.
Oh, okay.
Uh, just not realization of goals and things like that. It's kind of an oppression that keeps people seated, you know.
Uh-huh.
It's just an oppression.
I see. Are you able to multiply by being there, or are you just by
No,
yourself?
just by myself.
Do you have a gender?
No, it's just asexual. It's very just the middle of the road kind of simplified existence.
Do you look like a salamander?
Yeah, like a longer, almost alligator mouth, though, kind of like an alligator face, but no scales or no bugby. Smooth like a dolphin, smooth like a salamander.
I see. And would you consider yourself like a water being, like in
Yeah,
fluid and water?
yeah.
Okay. So when you say there's more of you, do you guys actually have a life that you live?
It's just a parasitic existence.
Do you have families as parasites? Like, do you
No,
have,
no, there's other versions of us. They're almost just like carbon copies, though. They're just like a manufactured, very generic type of being. It's just like a carbon copy of each other.
uh-huh.
Feels lab made. It's not natural. Somebody made these things.
Do you know who made them?
You can't tell. It's too beyond me. I'm too small to know, but I know that it's not natural. We don't reproduce naturally. Somebody's printing. It's almost like they're printing them out in a factory or something.
Uh-huh. Would you say that you're connected to the archons?
Yeah, it's something like that that is manufacturing these things to.
AI?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's not organic in nature.
Mm-hmm. Um, are they putting it in the food or in the vaccines or anything like that?
They could be in I think that they could be in many forms. It mainly in the water. They're aquatic creatures, but in the water and airborne is what I'm getting from that.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. So at this time, I thank you for giving me this information. At this time, I'd like to speak with Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, can I speak with you, please, brother? Archangel Michael, I'd like to speak with you. Will Archangel Michael allow a connection?
I'm not getting a connection.
Okay, that's okay. Um, Higher self, are you still there? Ashana?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, do you see Archangel Michael there?
Yes, I see him.
Can you ask Archangel Michael what we can, if he will help us with this parasite, removing this parasite?
Archangel Michael, will you help us remove this parasite? Go help.
Okay, will Archangel Michael allow us to speak with him today?
Will you allow us to speak with you today? Okay.
Okay, am I speaking with Archangel Michael now?
Yes.
Is this you, Archangel Michael?
Yes.
Hi, brother.
Hi.
I love you.
I love you.
Sometimes you're chatty, sometimes you're shy. I would like your help today. We are assisting this beautiful sister, and she's got a parasite who was very kind and gave us some information, but we would like to remove this parasite. Will you help us? I don't know if you were listening.
I was listening. I'll help.
Beautiful. Are you able to just remove this parasite, or do we need to Phoenix fire, or what should we do?
I can take it off.
Okay. Are you gonna pluck it, or?
I'm gonna burn it off.
Okay. All right. We'll do it with love. He was very kind to us. So we thank you for your healing today. Is there anything that we need to do? Do we need to ask Archangel Raphael to come in and send love light to that spot where that parasite was?
I don't think so. He was just a little pesky guy.
Was he pesky?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Can you go ahead and keep scanning and see if there's any other parasites? I know we
Sure.
started at the crown, but can you go ahead and give a good scan over? And let me know if you see anything.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm not seeing any parasites. No.
Okay.
No, I'm not seeing any. No other parasites.
Any energies, entities, reptilians? Like to be able to check our chakras, make sure there's nothing hiding there.
I mean, there's heaviness in spots, but there's no parasites.
Okay. No parasites. What about energies? Is there any consciousness energies there? Dark shadows that we need to contain or speak to?
No, I don't really see any dark shadows. No.
Any dark spots?
Heaviness around the heart, but not dark.
All right. Is there any entity attachments there?
No.
So
It's
do we
probably
need,
healing that needs to be done, through meditation and things.
all right. So should we just send some love light to her heart?
Yeah.
Okay. While we're at it, can we go ahead and send love light to all her chakras, just so we could beam her with some good healing love light?
Yeah.
Let's do that now, please.
Okay.
Anything else that we need to look at in her body? How's her aura, her auric field, any cracks? Anything we need to repair?
No, there's a lot of healing that's been going on.
Okay. Did the Reiki help at the beginning?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a huge light, tingling protection.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Is there anything else? How does her DNA look? I'd like to check any unintegration of false negative fractals and programming.
I'm not seeing anything with that.
Okay, DNA looks good. What about any fractures in her soles or any contracts?
That was healed. That was for the main part healed, yeah.
Okay. And can we delete any inverted timelines or traumas from current or past life?
Well, there has been a lot of healing, particularly for this lifetime, and that has caused, I think, an evolutionary step. There's still progress to do on that, but it's going well. The process is going well so far.
Okay. Is there any organic matter integrated with technology in her body?
No, let's see that.
No negative technology or any wires?
No, why?
So would you say she looks good?
Yeah, everything checks out. Seems to be now.
What about her third eye? How does her third eye look? I want to make sure it's wide open, it's not calcified, or
Yeah, that's very healthy and strong.
okay. Does she have psychic abilities?
Yes,
Okay. Is she an empath?
yes.
Okay. What direction should she go in? And as far as career wise, does she need to be a healer, or is she going in the right direction?
She's getting there. A lot of things that she's learned so far will help build that path. Um, but she's an artist, and that will be her path, and her art will be through delivering messages. And in that way, she's a
I'm
healer.
sorry. I lost you for a second. I'm sorry. What was that you were saying? Can you repeat that?
Yes, she's an artist,
Can
and
you hear me?
yes, clear. Can you hear me?
Clear. Beautiful.
Okay.
Yes,
Uh,
clear.
okay. She's an artist, and that will be her path. And her art will help deliver an important message. So, in that sense, she is a healer, yes.
Beautiful. Okay. Um, is there any dark portals in her home that we need to close? Can you check
No,
her home, scan her home, make sure there's no dark portals? And if there is, can we shut them, please?
there's nothing here.
No dark portals?
No.
Can you hear me?
Yes, clear.
Okay, everything's okay.
Yeah, everything's okay here.
All right. Let's see. Okay, so the only thing that she had going on with her body was just okay. So the only thing is a salamander.
Yeah, the salamander.
Everything else, she's clear.
Everything else looks clear.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Clear?
clear.
Let me know when you can. So, okay, so that was the only one. What about her knees? She said she had pain in her knees.
That has to do
Beautiful.
that.
Okay.
That
What
has to
about her
do with
knees?
diet.
Anything
That's
going
diet
on with the
related.
knees?
Yeah, the knees are diet related.
Her knees?
That's
I'm
related to
sorry.
diet. Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. Say or some. or is that something different?
It's related to diet.
Like as far as eating no meat or?
It's with the bread products.
Okay. So once she stops eating bread, that will stop hurting?
Right, correct.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I think there was one more thing here. She said she's working on healing her eyes. How's her vision?
It's good. She needs to exercise in the daytime to also get her vision away from the computer.
Okay. Beautiful. Is there anything that I missed that I should have said that I did not say?
No, I haven't seen anything that needs attention at the moment.
All right. Are you still scanning?
Yeah, but I don't see anything else.
Okay. So does she look good to go?
Yeah,
Good for now?
yeah.
All right. Good enough for angel work?
Yeah,
Beautiful. Well, thank you, Michael. I love you. Thank you so much.
I love you.
Is there any message you have for me before we go?
Just to continue on your path of light.
Beautiful. Well, thank you. That I will. All right. So thank you, Michael. So Ashana, at this time, is there anything that you want to say to Nikki that she will hear later? Is there any messages you want to tell her that you've been wanting to tell her before?
Just stay true to what you know. Just always stay true to what you know and don't ever doubt that.
Beautiful. And will we get to talk to you again in the future?
Oh yeah, I'll come back.
All right. Well, I thank you so much for allowing this connection today. And at this time, I will say goodbye to you and let you continue on your journey wherever you are out there battling and protecting the light and all that we do. So I send you off with love. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And at this time, I'm going to bring back Nikki. So with love and gratitude, I ask and thank you, higher self. And now I am going to ask that all the energies we spoke to today return back to where they belong. We give thanks for all the aid that we were given today. Remember that what was shown in the past exists in the past or anywhere else that we travel to today. So we will leave it there for your highest healing. And as Nikki listens to this recording, she will continue to receive additional healing as needed for her highest good. And she will understand the importance of listening to this recording as soon as possible. It will comfort her mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I ask that all of the essence of Nikki fully return now into the body, integrate nicely. Nikki, move up, 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 up through time and space. Today is Tuesday, October 4th, and it is 12:15 a.m. And remember that you are lying there at your home and you have had an amazing experience. When you listen back to your recording, it will not bother you mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So when you wake up, you will feel great and fully rested. I will count from 1 to 10. When I reach 10, you will be fully awake, feeling great all over. 1 and 2, your breathing is normal. Your cells are moving around as normal. You are starting to wake up. 3 and 4, you are becoming aware that you are in your physical body now, moving around your arms and legs. 5 and 6, your mind, body, and soul aligning and working together. All is functioning and moving around in your body. 7 and 8, you are beginning to wake up now. You are now hearing the sounds all around you. You are back now in this time in existence. 9 and 10, you are fully in your physical body and you are wide awake and alert, wide awake and alert, wide awake and alert, feeling marvelous and wonderful all over. Welcome back, Nikki.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, hold on, I'm all frazzled.
Take a moment, drink some water. If you need to go to the restroom, you can.
It was intense. I'm like so crying.
You did so good. I'm so happy for you.
Oh my gosh. That was wild.
What do you remember? Do you remember anything? A little bit?
I do remember, but now that I set up, as I'm in there, I'm so intently trying to remember, but now as I set up, it's like very much like a dream. I'm very glad you recorded it.
Yes, yes, yes. How beautiful. Oh, you had such a good experience.
It was great. I thought it was going to be really scary. I was really kind of terrified at first of what would come out. And there were times that it was painful, to re-experience or to go through that. But it was, wow, I'm blown away.
I'm so happy for you. Oh my God. Wait till you watch it. You're going to be like, whoa. Well, it's 12:18.
Oh my gosh.
You had a nice long session and I didn't even rush. I just kind of just let you go as far as you were able to go, and your higher self had your back, and it was a really good experience. Hey, there's many more to come, there could be many more to come. I always say the saga continues. But do you remember the salamander?
Yeah, that was weird. I could draw it. I could draw you a picture of it.
Draw it. You should draw it.
Yeah. Okay.
Such a sweet thing. I feel so bad for them because they're so nice. I'm like, bye. Archangel Michael's like, I'm just gonna burn them off. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, Michael, you come through and you're just ready to enough with the chit chat. Like, I'm ready. I try to give him a little, that's it for him. He doesn't exist anymore. They go back to source and they don't get to keep their consciousness. So that's what happens. So low dimensional beings, they have a consciousness and they have their existence, but they don't have a real life. So they don't have that light. So they feed off of us like parasites.
Yeah.
It was in your brain. It was like in your head.
It was right there. Yeah.
No more. Little salamander with the alligator mouth.
He was not cute. Well, he was kind of cute, I guess.
When they're so tiny, I'm just like, they're the little tiny little farts. He was like, it was the best. I was like, oh my gosh. So that wasn't bad. That's not bad. Some people have a lot of attachments to them, and they could be the most spiritual people trying to be spiritual lives, and it doesn't matter. Like sometimes there's things we can't control, but you were great. You had a beautiful session. You didn't have any of that. And you didn't need a whole lot of we boosted your body. The Reiki helped at the beginning. So
yeah.
How do you
feel? Awesome.
Do you remember
awesome.
Do you remember seeing anything that you might have not said? Because sometimes you don't say everything that you see, but do you remember anything in particular about anything?
Oh, I remember it all. Yeah, it's very much like a dream. It's very much like looking back on a dream. But you can smell things and taste things and see things. It's just the same. Feel
Right.
things.
How was
Yeah.
the Indian food?
Oh, great. I wish I could have that. It was really spicy though. It's a level of spice that Americans don't get. It's like,
Right.
you know, American
Well,
spicy, Indian spicy.
well, you know why? Because when you put spice in your body, it kills the parasites.
Really? I didn't know that.
I found that out with my sessions. Yeah. Spicy food and citrus.
Huh.
Fruit. That's why fruit is important to have, because
Yeah,
it kills them. The citric acid is your natural battle. It's like,
I didn't know that. Oh, I'm
yeah,
gonna have to do that now.
yeah. I'm so happy for you.
Me too. This has been absolutely great.
I love when they, I have confidence in what I do. And I feel so great when I'm able to help somebody, experience it, and when you go back and watch it, then you can see, for yourself what it was like, it's quite different
I was
than,
just crying, sobbing mess.
I know. I was trying not to like get you bawl and, but sometimes it's healing too, to cry.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's transmutation. It's transmuting the energy. So it's all good. You cried, which is why you didn't have to go to the bathroom. Usually people have to get up and go pee. So it came out with the tears, basically. So yeah, do you have any other questions, or do you have anything else that you want to talk about or share, or you want to meditate on it and process it? I'm going to send it to you. It's going to take like 10, 15. I don't know how long. Sometimes it takes a few minutes before I get it, but as soon as I get it, I'll send it straight over to you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So if you, I don't know if you want to share any of this. It was all pretty personal.
I feel comfortable sharing it. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if you want to share it, I can edit it for you, and then I can send it to you and show you what the edited version would be like. But yeah, I think it was pretty cool,
It was awesome.